Good morning, student. While continuing the unit organizing, in which in 5.1 we people learn that what is the organizing process, what is the basic meaning and concept of organizing, formal and informal organization we learn. Now in 5.2 we will learn the organization structure. Basically, each and every organization is classified or divided or structured on the two bases. One is functional, another is divisional. Please repeat these two words silently yourself. What are the basis of the structure of an organization? The two structures are, one is functional, second is divisional. A critical issue in accomplishing the goals specified in the planning process is structuring the work of an organization to adapt the dynamic business environment. The organizing function leads to the creation of an organizational structure which includes the designing of roles to be filled by suitably skilled, eligible people and defining the interrelationship between these roles so ambiguity in the performance of the duty can be eliminated. And thus the organization structure has become the outcome of the organizing process. Whatever we did in the organizing process, what is the outcome of that? An organization structure will become the outcome of that organizing process. Now, on which basis this structure can be maintained? This structure can be of two types as it is shown in the figures or the flow charts given below. One, it is the organization structure that is on the basis of functions. The another on the basis of division. Whatever we do in organizing, in planning, we plan. In organizing, we develop the structure according to planning, according to the goal that is to be aimed in planning. According to that goal, the organizational structure is to be maintained, structured in organizing process. And in the organizing process, whatever the structure is to be maintained, it may be the functional structure or it may be the divisional structure. Now, the question arises, what is functional structure and what is divisional structure? Functional structure is the structure which is based when the organization is structured on the basis of the functions of the organization is known as organizational structure on the basis of functions. Basically, the functions are divided in four types. In any of the organization, the business structure functions are divided in four types. It is production is there, finance is there, marketing is there, and human resource is there. Human resource means the personal people who are working there. So on these functions, when the organization structure is to be structured, then it is known as organizational structure on the basis of their functions. And if on the basis of division, you know that many of the companies or the business organization have the various product line. Suppose there is any business who is just producing the footwear as well as the garments. It means they have the two divisions. They have the two divisions, two product lines they have. One is footwear, another is garments. So on the basis of the division of their working of their products, the structure is divided in two types and then it is to be based on their function. It is known as the divisional structure. So what is the functional structure? When the structure is to be maintained on the basis of the functions of the organization. Functional structure, when the structure is to be maintained on the basis of the various divisions of the business organization, then it is known as the divisional structure. So if we talk about the advantage, we have to learn the meaning, advantage and disadvantages of both of the structure. I'll make you clear the difference of both, and you have to do the advantage, disadvantage yourself. Tomorrow I'll do the group discussion of that. So let me share the screen and then I'll differentiate. Now, today we have to do the topic difference between functional and divisional structure. We have to learn the difference between both of these two terms. Difference between functional and divisional structure. Now, the functional structure. If I talk about the functional structure first. Functional structure is based on functions of the organization. The next point is the functional structure control and coordinate among various functional departments. There are various departments who are specialists in their functions. The coordination and control is to be maintained among those functional department is with the help of the next. If I talk, the functional structure increase the managerial and operational activities. Increase operational and managerial efficiency which results in increased profits. I hope you people are getting my message that what is the advantages of the functional structure, or we can say the nature of the functional structure. The functional structure is the organization which is based on the functions of the organization. It control and coordinate among the various functional departments, increase the operational and the managerial efficiency, and it results in increase of the profits. Now, these are the advantages and benefits. Now we will talk about the some disadvantage also. It may be sometime leads to leads to departmental conflicts. Leads to departmental conflicts because the various department has some time. If the coordination is not established among them, the conflict taken place between those departments. Suppose the production department produce accordingly, but the marketing department is not done their marketing up to the mark, then the conflict taken place between them, and vice versa. Suppose the marketing is done for the good turnover, but production department has not that produce as much stock, then also conflict taken place. If the raw material is not available from by the purchase department, then the production department and purchase department always have the conflict among them. In this way, if the no coordination is there or the lack of coordination is there, always the uh, conflicts taken place. And the second point that has come arise from this, that the problem of coordination or lack of coordination is there. It is very much compulsory for every department to coordinate with each other. But if the coordination is not to be established due to conflicts among them, then they cannot achieve the objective of the business at any cost. And next is the inflexibility also, because people have their own prospect. Like if the production department is there, they'll think up to the production level only. If the marketing department is there, they just think about the marketing only. So inflexibility is there. Everybody has a very narrow, and they just want to use their skill only that narrow perspective. They just don't want to appreciate others point of view. They just don't want to enter in the other domain. They just want to work only for the area from for which they are restricted only. So inflexibility, we can say, is also one of the disadvantage of the. So this is all about the disadvantages of functional structure. Let's go for the next, that is our divisional structure. The next is our divisional structure. If I talk about the advantages and features of divisional structure, it is formation on the basis of product line, formation is based on product line and supported by the functions. Next, helps in development of the varied skills. Helpful in development of varied means various type of skills, because on the basis of their product line they develop their skills as well, and which experience a good gain for the organization, because all the function that is related to a particular product is to be done by the one division. So in this way, they just focus on the division or the product they are producing. So helpful in the development of the varied skill. The next is, if we talk, it provide facility flexibility, promotes flexibility because every division has to work for themselves. So it enhances the flexibility of the business. It promotes the flexibility and initiate. Every department, every product line is become very much aware about their product. They do all the functions at their best of their product. So in this way, it promotes the flexibility as well as it increase the sense of initiative among the people of various divisions. In this way, an automated system has been maintained there, and that leads to a very fast decision making process. So, in this way, it promotes the flexibility and initiative. It also promotes the growth and expansion of the business. Because when we have the various product line, our business will be expand and we will get the advantage of all this. Next, disadvantage. Disadvantages of divisional structure. So these are: number one, conflict may arise among various divisions. Any of the division need help of others, sometimes the conflict may be taken place. So conflict may arise among various decisions. Sorry, divisions. The second one is it ignore the organizational interest, because what happened basically, when they have their own division, then every worker just restrict to their division. They just want to promote their division only. They don't bother about the company. They don't bother about the company organization and what is the main target of the company. They just bother about only their division. So they ignore the organizational interest. They ignore organizational interest. The next one is it leads to increase in cost. Yes, absolutely. It leads to increase in cost. See what happened. When the various division are there, various product line are there, and every division is divided according to their functions. So what happened in that case? Huge amount of cost is to be paid because lot of manpower has to work there all together, and every product line, every division has their own functions, has their own departments. We have to do the and establish the working of all those departments. So in this way, it leads to the increase in cost. So it is all about unit 5.2, that is divisional and functional structure. We just learn the basic nature and advantage of the functional and divisional structure as well as the disadvantages. And the difference you have to do, it is all about for the day. Now, if anybody have any doubt or query, please ask.